The telephone number to call the program is 866-253-2277. That's 1-866-253-CARS. Or visit the show online at americascarshow.com. Here again is Tom Torbjornsen.
So, in my weekly stream of news and press releases that I get every week that I gather up and put together for presentation to my national audience, I get this press release. Global Lending Services acquires the business of Resurgent Auto Finance. Secures capital from Blue Mountain Capital Management and UBS. And it goes on to read, Global Lending Services, an Atlanta-based auto finance company, founded earlier this year by auto industry veteran Doug Duncan, has acquired the business of Resurgent Auto Finance, an established subprime auto loan originator. So I dug a little bit more into it. I talked with the gentleman that had sent out the press release, and that's John Sternal, who's a veteran PR guy. And then I did a little bit of homework about Doug Duncan, the founder and chairman of Global Lending Services, and I found out that his career began in automotive business more than 25 years ago while attending the University of Georgia, held various dealership management positions. He formed a company called Safeguard Products International, which is a company that offers warranties, extended warranties, and new vehicle and used vehicle services that you can buy. And this guy has been involved in all aspects of the automotive industry, in the management and the finance level. And I thought, it'd be really cool to get him on the show and talk about Global Lending Services and what they're doing for the subprime auto finance business. So, joining us on America's Car Show, founder and chairman of Global Lending Services, Doug Duncan in Atlanta. Hi, Doug. How are you?
I'm doing great, Tom. How are you?
It's good to have you on the program. I'm doing well, thank you. Talk to me about this merger and what you've done for the subprime auto finance business.
Okay. Well, as you know, the economy has changed in the last 4 years, and there's been a pretty significant increase in consumers who fall out of the prime credit category.
Right.
It's a $300 billion business, the auto finance business.
Sure.
40% of consumers today fall outside of prime, so it's a $120 billion a year business.
That's huge.
And we provide a simple service. We give folks with past credit problems a second chance, an opportunity to get basic transportation. We provide the financing, and it's rewarding to be able to do that, to be able to give people an opportunity to get to work, to get their kids to school, to go to the grocery store, take their parents to the hospital, whatever the case may be. Everyone in this country needs an automobile to live a fulfilling life and a productive life.
Well, the subprime auto finance sector is definitely one that needs a good, solid company to back it, and that you've done, coupled with Blue Mountain. I mean, together collectively, you guys put $100 million together in this venture to ensure that you have a good, solid foundation from which to work.
Absolutely. What you find is when you're dealing in subprime and deep subprime, there's a lack of consistency from the lender because of capital issues.
Sure. And
in a lot of cases, the customers really don't get treated properly and fairly, and they spend too much time sitting in dealerships trying to obtain financing. In many cases, they can't. And we capitalized the business right. It won't be our first or only capital raise. We plan on growing this business to well over $1 billion in originations over the next 5 years.
Sure. Now, how many dealers are you working with, and how do people go about requesting your particular services?
Well, I've been in the business, as you mentioned earlier, for over 20 years, and
sure.
my other business, Safeguard Products, we do business with 5,000-6,000 dealers throughout the country. So I've got relationships that I've developed over a long period. Global, we acquired the assets of Resurgent Auto Finance. They're in a couple hundred dealerships, primarily in the Southeast. And over the course of the next 12 to 24 months, we plan on growing that nationally, and ultimately we'll be in all 50 states.
So what you're doing is you're reaching out and you're recultivating those dealership relationships that you've developed with your aftermarket extended warranty company, and consequently you're going to get your lending service in place as well. Is there anything that can the consumer request with respect to auto financing? Can the consumer request, say, Global Lending Services?
Well,
or
we don't.
How does that go?
We don't lend to the consumer directly. We do it through a dealer channel.
Sure.
We are currently in 4 states, but expanding rapidly.
Good.
And if they'd like to visit our website and make an inquiry there, we can direct them to a dealership that we would provide financing.
Outstanding.
The website is GLSLLC.com.
Okay. Now, you mentioned your your previous business, the extended warranty and company and everything else. What kind of services do you guys offer through that corporation?
We provide extended service contracts, roadside assistance, prepaid maintenance, lease wear and tear coverage, tire and wheel warranties. And we do this through not only automotive, we're also in the power sport, marine, and RV.
I like the lease wear and tear coverage. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, when you lease a vehicle, most people assume that they're just going to turn the keys in when the term is up.
Yeah, all done.
And what happens is the leasing company comes and inspects the vehicle.
Right.
And if they notice any excessive wear and tear to the vehicle, they will charge the consumer. And a lot of times it's a surprise. These bills can run several $1,000s.
Wow.
And not the type of experience you want to have when you're turning in your lease. And so for much less, the prices range, but $300 to $700 on average, you can protect yourself against any unexpected wear and tear charges.
Yeah, it's almost like a gap coverage kind of.
It's
little
similar
bit of a
to it, and we do an awful lot of gap as well.
You do. Explain the concept of gap to our listeners in case they don't understand that.
Well, many times, unfortunately, vehicles depreciate faster than the loan.
Right.
And if the vehicle is totaled, the insurance company, in many cases, is only responsible to give you actual cash value for the vehicle.
There you go.
When, in fact, your payoff may be much higher.
Gotcha.
So there's a gap that presents itself. It's a financial liability. Consumers can offset that. They can buy gap coverage, and we cover the payoff deficiency.
Outstanding. Anything else you need to tell us about Global Lending Services, Doug?
Well, as you said, we're Atlanta-based. We're well-financed. We've got tremendous management. I've got over 100 years of executive management. The CEO, Gary Lorenz, was the former president of Wells Fargo Auto Finance.
Wow.
So very skilled management team, and we're really excited to be in the space.
Now, how do dealers that are interested in inquiring about your services get a hold of you?
They can, like I said, they can go to our website and make an inquiry there.
GLS LLC. Right.
GLSLLC.com, and we will certainly respond to them and let them know what dealerships we are in and direct them to those stores.
Outstanding. Well, Doug Duncan, founder and chairman of Global Lending Services, specializing in the subprime auto finance sector. We appreciate you taking your time out of your schedule to be on the show, and look forward to hearing more from your fine, strong company.
Okay, Tom. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Right, bye-bye.
All right. So there you have it. There's Doug Duncan of the Global Lending Services Corporation, and they are specializing in the subprime industry. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of folks out there, unfortunately, that fall into that category, but, it happens. Good, solid people out there working hard, and for whatever reason, whether it be either due to mismanagement on their part or mismanagement on the part of the company or the employer that they work for, they get out of work, they get on the negative side of things, they lose, and sometimes repossessions take place. I mean, that's a real-world story. And Global has stepped in to try to well, obviously capitalize on that segment of the market, but also provide a worthwhile service for people to take advantage of and thus reestablish their credit and reestablish their good standing financially. Good stuff. We're looking forward to hearing more from Doug Duncan and his Atlanta-based company. This is America's Car Show on the SSI Radio Network.
Call now to talk to Tom Torbjornsen at 866-253-CARS. You can also email the show anytime at tom@americascarshow.com.